Hello again, everybody. There's Mary Hall. How you doing, Mary?
I'm doing good. Spare fingers.
Being an adult is like the dumbest thing I've ever done. All right. My name is Dale DuFay, and we're here to show you what we did yesterday. And also, this is why we document what we're doing uh, for the very reasons to show what we have done every day. But we got this beam in finally. Now, as you recall, from there, the span between there and there was only held up by this one pylon that was actually failing. That's why we totally redid it. But it was actually failing, and there was like a partial foot, like a 4 foot long beam going across there, if you remember, and it didn't attach over there or over there at all. It's like they, in this area, it's like the original wall of the house, and they opened it up for, HVAC reasons, the heating and air conditioning, ductwork and plumbing and whatnot that comes from the kitchen over here, and then into the bathroom area. So they had opened it all up, and it caused it weakened this whole area, the stairwell, which is obviously two walls and a staircase. And it was holding all that weight, literally. And it was just, you could see in the previous videos. But we stanchioned them out and supported the whole area, jacked it up, and released that weight that was on top of this pile of whatever you want to call it. I call it an abortion. But we got it all, mortared in real nice, the way you're supposed to do it. The way they should have had it all done and everything. But we got it all mortared in, you can see. And it's like 10 times better than it was. 20 times better. And you can see how much lower how much it sank. Because that joist is actually hanging there, but this whole area sunk down, and the joists have to actually sit on top of this beam. All these beams. All these beams are exactly the same height and perfectly level. Yeah, we measured this one beam back here that goes from the east to the west end of the house, front and back. It's 24 feet 7 inches long. So that beam is like perfectly straight. I was going to show you how straight it is. You can eyeball down the side of it, and you can actually see. Maybe you can see better with the camera, but you can see just how straight that is, all the way down, and level. So that's quite a distance, and this is equal height and level, of course, and then that beam for the original part of the house. So, and everything's less than 8 feet from wall to the beam, so the joists are 2x8s, and that's sufficient according to code. If it was my house, I would do 2x10s and have these 2x12s. But the pylons were too high, and we didn't want to mess around too much with them. And today, Mary, we were talking about how we're gonna expose these cinder blocks. These don't really support anything, other than this beam here, and we filled up, concrete and mortar down below it. But we're thinking about filling this up. We're gonna take this board out because it's rotten, has to all be replaced, and we're gonna expose all that top of those cinder blocks under there. So we're gonna take the concrete we have left over, and we're just gonna fill all those holes, which we did over there at that whole south end of where the kitchen is and utility room. We're gonna do it on this south end of this short wall. And anywhere we're exposing the cinder block, we're gonna fill it in. So that's what we're gonna do today, and start doing joists. When we do the joists, we're starting at this end in the kitchen utility area, so we can get the furnace up on the floor where it belongs, instead of just hanging there or just sitting there. But it is kind of teetering, so we have to deal with it. So There's Mary getting the Sawzall plugged in.
I don't know if we have power in here, do we?
We might. Check it out. Woo!
Woohoo!
So,
Power!
but yeah, we're so excited to get this part done. We saved it for last because there was so much weight involved, you know. And now once we get the joists up and the subfloor on, we can set it all down on the new floor, and it'll support it very totally adequately. So we are so excited we got this beam finally in. Finally. And it's the way it should have been done, you know, and it's definitely enough clearance under there for plumbing and duct work and all that. And over here, plumbing's gonna be on this side. And then of course there's the gas line. Here's the gas line for the propane. So we're ready to go. I bet you anything, if the landlord came around, he'd want us to open up all these cinder blocks and fill them all. But we're doing the ones that are important. Like here, there was a lot extensive damage from the leaking vanities that always leaked. And they just did a ton of damage to the wall and the sill plate and all that. And no doubt the cinder block underneath. So we're gonna jazz it up by tuck pointing it and filling it. These cavities hold quite a bit. They go all the way down. They go down 24 inches, even though the blocks are staggered off. See, if this joint should really be over here, but if they are lined up right, then the holes do go all the way down 24 inches. So this adds an incredible amount of strength. And then when we removed the mess that was here on this pylon, right here, there was the cinder blocks were hollow as well. So we filled them up and everything, and then we put a 3-inch block underneath it, and just mortared it in and everything. And see this, we're gonna get a little more and everything, because you got to get it really, make sure that it's holding the weight. It's way, way better than wooden shims, I'll tell you that. It's way, way better. So I'm just looking at Mary's workmanship. She did this all with her palm of her hand instead of troweling it. This is how it looks when you trowel it. Just a little smoother. But these are all in real good. You can see, they're not going anywhere. Elephants can walk on these beams, baby. So I know Mary's eager to get going here. So you got anything you want to add to this video before we end?
Just want to say I love you guys and hope you guys have a wonderful and safe weekend.
Right on.
Stay safe.
All right, Mary and I thank you for watching, and we'll talk at you later. Love ya.